Well, good morning. This is Paul Romero with the Sell a House Wholesale Real Estate Training number 78. And I almost missed it. I'm sitting here staring at the screen and looked down and 8:31. Wow, look at that. So I apologize for being a minute late. This is number 78. This is New Op Day, February 2nd, 2015. The first day of a new 7-day strong session. Yes, we've changed our terms. We're no longer using those wimpy words for 7 days, and we no longer use that horrible, horrible day for new update. Today is new update. The very first day of a brand new 7-day strong session that gives you the opportunity. Today is a day of opportunity. There's new opportunity this week right before you. And that's why we use these terms now. So I invite you to adopt them. People will look at you kind of funny when you start saying, "Hey, happy new op day." And they'll be like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" But it'll catch on. It's going to catch on. You'll see pretty soon. Everybody's going to be calling this new op day. And we'll no longer be calling, the 7-day group of days that wimpy word any longer. We'll probably shorten it just to a session. Happy new op day. What do you got going on this session? But we'll all know that it's a 7-day strong session. Now, I was going to talk a little this morning about showing up on time. How many of you guys are not here today because you had Super Bowl yesterday? I had Super Bowl too, but I made it here. Didn't want to. Would have much rather stayed in bed. But it's funny, we have all these holidays, and I know Super Bowl's not a holiday, but today being the day after Super Bowl probably should be a holiday, because how many people are going to be calling in sick, showing up late, wanting early outs, and even those that are there, of these people, sure, there's a considerable amount of people out there who are, did not overindulge yesterday and who will be perfectly fine today and all that. But of all those people, how many of them, even if they're there and you're paying them to be there, are they even really worth what you're paying them? You're paying them a pittance as it is already, because we already discussed how, weekly paid, and there's a good place to use it because it has an A in it, how weekly paid we are in our jobs, careers, and occupations. So even the pittance that you're paying them, is it even worth having them there today? Today should probably be an optional work day. It should be, Super Bowl optional new op day, because it is a new op day, and those who choose to take the opportunity to sleep over those who choose to take the opportunity to make something happen could give us all a real good insight on who our strong people are, who we can count on, who's going to be there to do what they say they're going to do when they say they're going to do it, showing up on time, being a warrior, making things happen whether they feel like it or not. Excuse me. Little reflex action going on today from the overindulgence of meat products, I think, yesterday. I only drank 3 beers, over the course of the entire day, which started at 2 o'clock. So it's not like that had any real effect. It that did contribute to me wanting to sleep a little longer, but boy, did I overindulge on the barbecue. Wow. But was it good? But anyway, still here, right? Still here for you because we have an obligation. Very important. Live up to your obligations. Do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. Be on time. Be early. Be prepared. I weaked on that one today. Not really totally prepared. But, we were talking about the jobs and the market, or not the market, but the jobs and the careers and occupations the other day, and the numbers that how we're getting paid, what we get paid. I really just can't express enough that having a limit on your income, no matter what your income is going to keep you entrapped into a place that you may not be fully happy with. We should all be striving on this planet to be happy. And if we're not happy, we need to do something about it. If your job is not giving you the ability to live a happy life, you need to do something about it. Wholesale real estate is one of the things you can do about it, especially with the noodler system, because with the noodler system, a lot of it's done for you. Now, this is locally right now here in Phoenix area. As Kemley has probably realized, she's going to have to do a lot of work to start her local market going in the direction of the noodler system. She still has the opportunity immediately, day one, to start earning some money in the system, because we're starting her out with the training that she needs the most to be successful at wholesaling. And that's where you'll start out as well too. You'll all need, some of you won't, but most of you will all need to be devoted to learning, to be teachable, and to be willing to learn and to change how you do a certain thing. Once you get that piece down, which during the time while you're getting that piece down, if you're in another market, because to get that piece down, you'll actually be sort of helping us with our market right here. But to get that piece down in another market is not a problem, because we're going to give you everything you need to do that. And all it takes is a little practice. All it takes is a little bit of time doing it again and again and again, and you get better and better and better. And I'll tell you what, when I first started, I was a disaster. I was unbelievably afraid, unbelievably unconfident, unbelievably, unwilling to really do what needed to be done. And the fact that I was anticipating making $1 million in my first year and it didn't happen, reflecting back upon it now, it's very simple to see why it didn't happen. I wasn't the right person. And that's what everything revolves around, is you. Are you the right person? Have you put in the time and the effort to become the right person? So within the Noodler program, that's where we're going to start you out, is working on becoming the right person. And you, like I said, the first thing you need to do is really kind of change your whole mindset about what real estate wholesaling is, and just follow the system and start working in the area that's going to improve and help you have the most success first. That's the difference with the Noodler system, is we help you get started working in the area and improving yourself in the area where it's going to reflect upon the dollar amount that goes into your bank account the quickest, the fastest, and the most. So that's how we do it. So, as I said, when you join the team right now, again, this is a ground floor opportunity. We're still looking for a few people, but not too many because we're going to be starting to get overwhelmed and we're only going to be able to take on so many. But if you're in a different area, a different market, we welcome you. We're going to get you started with those things I just mentioned, but you are going to have to do a lot of work on the side to start establishing some other elements that may or may not be easily done. It depends. It's really going to depend on where you are and what's available to you. Here in Phoenix, we have a lot that's available to us. So not every place has that. And there's different laws in different states. So states, quite a gate, I can tell you that certain states, this is not going to be as visible of a niche, not as much of a brand new niche as it is in other states because of certain laws and how certain things get done. So doesn't mean that it's impossible, doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to do it. It just means that right out of the gate, you're going to have a little bit more competition. However, you're coming into the game with a whole new approach, a completely different angle, something that people haven't seen before. You're coming in fresh and new and vibrant, and you're standing out in the crowd, shining over the gray shades of grayness, tired old same that everybody's used to, seeing again and again and again. That's the advantage that you'll get, is coming at this from a whole new perspective, which is going to open people's eyes to you, opposed to just very sleepily and half paying attentionally, just droning through everyone else, just like yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh, wow, that's interesting. Oh, wow, maybe this is the person I should call. And that's kind of how people will see what you have. So if you want to be a new age noodler, a real estate wholesaler, and not a wholesaler, if you want to be the shining star of the future of wholesaling, if you want to be the person who comes out of nowhere, the Cinderella story that swings for the fences and knocks it out of the park, right while everybody out, right in the midst of everyone else's difficulty and struggle, then you want to check out the Noodler system. So what do we have for content this morning? Well, I'm a little unprepared this morning, I'll be honest. With a day kind of taken away yesterday for Super Bowl, I feel that most holidays, I mean, I'm not putting holidays down, okay? Don't get me wrong. We're celebrating certain things that I think most people have forgotten what exactly it is that we're celebrating and why we're celebrating it. That's one issue. The second issue is that, I don't know, to me, they're an impedance. They slow down production. They slow down productivity. I just as soon take my holidays whenever I feel like it. When I have the business at a point where I can just say, you know what, guys, handle it. I'll be back in 2 weeks or whatever it is, a week, a month, 6 months. That's those are the holidays that I'm looking forward to. These forced holidays where business has to slow to a grinding halt, crawl, because things still get done. But you can't do any banking. Uh, there's the mail doesn't move. All these things that it's an impedance to productivity. And so, yeah, yesterday was Super Bowl, and today probably should be a holiday for a lot of people because there's probably a lot of people that are at work right now or going to work right now or that will be at work very soon that even though they're being paid that much and compared to what their true value as a human being is, they are probably not even producing. Probably not even producing their worth today. So, today should probably be a holiday. But even yesterday, being a Sunday, you know, I usually have a little bit of a routine that helps me to get prepared for these days, for these new op days. And being that it was Super Bowl and family was in town and I was spending time with them, et cetera, and so on, I wasn't able to do the things that I would normally do on a Sunday and come here with more preparation. So again, sort of an impedance. But does that mean that I should have done more on Saturday? Maybe so. Saturday was a very interesting day, though. I had a plan, set out on my plan, and had to change that plan in order to make connection with a seller who really needs help. Had to educate them on their situation because, as most people that we talk to don't really know what's going on, and so we had to educate them up a little bit about their situation, get them to understand that what we're doing here is all about helping them, and in order to get them on board and get the contract signed and all of those things. And I had to do some preparation. There was more additional paperwork that needed to be done. So my whole day on Saturday got rearranged. I did not get what I had set out to accomplish done on that day. So that's not an excuse. That's just what happened. Had yesterday not been Super Bowl Sunday and I had not made an obligation to, spend some time with my family, I could have made up for a little bit of that and come here a little bit more prepared. But that didn't happen either. So, yeah, I'm a little unprepared today. And as far as some content goes, I just want to tell you that in this business, you have to be ready to change your plan because what you set out to do is not always going to be what you're able to accomplish. This is a business of putting out fires one after another. And every day you'll set out to accomplish A, B, and C, and you'll be halfway through A, and things will change. Something will come up. You'll have to get something done. You'll have to drop everything and run, whatever the case might be. And B and C may not even be looked at that day. So you have to constantly, this is a business, everybody talks about their goals and writing down their goals and all of that. Well, this is a business where you pretty much have to constantly be writing down your goals almost every day. You need to be tracking what you're doing, what you get done, how much you got done, what you didn't get done, how important is that to what needs to get done tomorrow. Reevaluate. I've got today I need to do this, and this, and all I got done was that. So that means tomorrow I still have that, and that to do, and I have this, and this on my list. Now I got to reprioritize. What's more important? So you have to constantly be looking at what needs to get done and when and how, and you've got to be very flexible and willing to adapt and change pretty much everything all the time in this business. And that includes you yourself, as we opened up talking about today, your willingness to learn and change and grow and all those things. You just have to do it. It's just the way it is. It's an active, ever changing, ever evolving. I mean, you look at the real estate market itself, it's not the same from day to day. Right? It's probably, you're lucky if it's the same from hour to hour. I mean, you look and the interest rates are fluctuating all day long, et cetera, and so on. So that's a trickle down theory. That's the market. That's what you're working in. That's how your business is going to be run. You can definitely rein that in to a certain extent by systemizing as best as you can, as much as you can. And that's what the Noodler program is all about as well, too, is systemizing. You have to be able to have certain things running behind the scene without you having to spend your time doing it, or you will truly get bogged down and not see very much success in any form of real estate business, not just in our Noodler program. So systems are very important. You have to figure out how to do something, how to do it well, and then how to get somebody else to do it for you. That's the definition of a system, really, right there. Figure out how to do it, figure out how to do it well, get someone else to do it. Then you've systemized it. Now, instead of you having to spend, let's say, 10 hours a day or 10 hours a week on making sure that that gets done and that it gets done right, you've got somebody else doing it. Now maybe you only have to spend 2 hours a week making sure that it's getting done right, because that's the one thing you can't ever do, is turn your back on everything and make sure, just let it go. You have to continually be checking on things, but you can gain back as you see, 10 hours devoted to this particular thing. However, if I systemize it and I put somebody else in charge of it, and now I'm down to 1 or 2 hours of just managing it, of maintaining it. And that's where you gain your time back. And that's where you're going to have the ability to say, all right, guys, it's all yours. I'll be back in a week or 2 weeks or a month or 6 months. That's how you do it. It's the only way to do it. So with that, guys, I just want to say happy New Op Day. Welcome to this new strong 7-day session. I want you to get out there and make something happen. Put on your warrior helmet and get out there, whether you feel like it or not. Especially important today, because a lot of you don't feel like it. But do your best. Be all you can be. That's the Army thing. and that's it. So, universe, we ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom, with which to make better use of the riches given to us at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. We'll see you back here on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. And we will have some really, really good content for you on Wednesday. We will be prepared. All right. So you get prepared. All right. We're going to have a good time.